What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I gotta have that Tej pack. Tej makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliate and scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Tej Henley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tej Henley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Tej Henley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Tej Henley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Tej pack. Feel the Tej, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. It is Friday, February 24th, 2023, year of our Lord. Boy, oh boy, do I got a show lined up for y'all today. Boy, oh boy, do I got a show lined up for you today. First and foremost, go ahead and hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Secondly, make sure you tap into that Tej 30% off your first order plus a free gift. That link is in the description. Also, Alpha Juice Company. This is what we roll with. This is breakfast. Sometimes it's dinner, depending on how I feel. But make sure y'all tap into that Alpha Juice Company. The link is in the description, but do not order it without putting in a discount code. The discount code is down there. Lean into that discount code. Make sure you get as much money off as possible. And then last but not least, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. I dropped a Patreon exclusive video yesterday, and it is getting crazy amount of feedback and reviews. You guys definitely want to check that out. I put all of the uncensored interviews in its entirety that does not exist on YouTube. In addition to that, we also make sure that we do the webinars. I have a exciting webinar that I'm planning to come up that I got coming up for y'all. And then I'm gonna be in Miami next week. So later in the week, next week, you know, my second home. First home is always gonna be right here in Detroit. But second home, we definitely tap back and forth when we fly back and forth to Florida almost every other week, especially in the wintertime. In the summertime, I don't really care, but in the wintertime, you know, I got to get back and forth. And we would be there probably the entire winter, except for my daughter has to come back to school and take care of business. But she travels a lot too. So she'll be out of town doing her thing. We're going to be out of town doing our thing. So if you're in Miami, say what up, though. So let me check into the chat because I want to get the housekeeping out of the way early because I think it's going to be an absolutely fire show. Shout out to my dog, Kojak is in the building. He said it's no fumble on the Fridays. I agree with that, Kojak. Treese, what's going on? Cherokee Nation, what's happening? My beautiful love, Q. What's going on, Q? Larry Walker, Chasey Beats, what up, though, my guy? I appreciate you. Let me see. Randy, I see you, Randy. Centennial G is in the building. What up, Centennial G? He says, happy Friday, bruh. Got to recruit Mufasa next time at Disney so he can put that mane on their backs. Shaquille Stevenson, what's happening? Kelvin, I appreciate you. Natasha says Anton's thumbnails these days. Keep having fun, sir. You know, I love the game. I love the game. So we gonna do it the way that we do it, or we not gonna do it at all. What up, though, Brock? My dog, the accountability partner, is in the building. Says I just finished watching the show from last night. Yo, we gonna get into that very, very shortly. Shout out to who else we got in here? We got Big Suggs is in the building. Kingdom Minded, I love you. My dog Demetrius Shaw said last night was great. Sir Shaz in the building. Who else we got? Cyberbag Yo says this is going to be a good day today. I agree. I agree. Black Gold Moolah, Antonio Watkins, Dale Woods. Yo, we got the whole fleet up in here. So again, I already got the housekeeping out of the way. Secondly, it's Friday, and I don't want y'all fumbling no bag, so we definitely gonna get it popping. Get into the Patreon. That link is in the description. If you need to get in touch with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com, and I'm going to get you set up. If you need to get in touch with me personally, I don't do business on Instagram. I don't do business over TikTok. I don't send out my WhatsApp and all of that. I don't do any of that. So if you see any fake accounts pretending to me and reaching out to you, if they are shadowing my pictures and pretending like it's a second account of mine, it's not. Please screenshot it and email it to me or DM it to me, and we will have it removed immediately. We've figured out how to have these accounts removed within 5 minutes of finding out that they actually exist. So I need you guys, because they obviously block me so that I can't see it, but I need you guys, if you get reached out to by anybody other than me, my authorized account, which is in the description, make sure that you send it to me, screenshot it, and I'm going to get it removed immediately, all right? Ronnie Robinson says, good afternoon, Mr. Anton. Was everything okay last night? Shout out for my first super chat throughout the day. Ronnie, no. No, Ronnie. I was absolutely broken. I was absolutely broken, but I'm going to get into that very, very shortly. Very, very shortly. For all of the people that super chat, send me cash apps, PayPals, and all of that, I very much appreciate you. I would very much appreciate it if you guys also hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, because it's free. If you have not already and you're restreaming this or you're watching it live, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. And then more importantly, tap into the Patreon. But I am going to read every last super chat. I do not miss any, whether it's $1 or whether it's 500. I don't miss a super chat because I absolutely appreciate you for rocking with the show. I got my original Lapeef Let's Talk shirt on today, ladies and gentlemen. My original Lapeef. This is the first shirt that I got on behalf of the Lapeef Let's Talk show. You guys know I've been there since the beginning. I very much consider it one of my babies. It is just as important to me as the Millionaire Morning Show, as the Anton Daniels channel, as all of the other channels. Me and JR, through thick and thin, ups and downs, modern women, crazy men, all in between, losing a channel, getting it back, so on and so forth. We've been rocking. We've been absolutely rocking. But before I get into that, ladies and gentlemen, because I got a full show lined up for you today. I do have a full show lined up for you today. We need to make condoms great again. We need to really, really, really lean into using protection. Thank you, Mother J. Mother J says, Anton, I was waiting on you to go off. I switched up on him, Mother J. I switched. But I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why as we get into it, because I got a full show lined up for you guys. I want to talk about how it is that you can get to the money, as far as I have an example of a guy that went from prison to making $150,000 a year. So it's important for y'all to stay around for that. That's towards the end of the show. After I talk about this whole Lapeef thing and I break that down, I do want to also talk about passport bros. I have some thoughts on some things that I've been seeing with the passport bros. I've been holding off on having this conversation, but it's important for me to talk about it. And then we're going to talk about the Lapeef last night. But before we get into that, we need to really, really spend some time. And thank you for the 20 ball, Mother J. I appreciate you. We need to spend some time using protection. We need to go old school. We need to get back to the basics and go old school and get back to using rubbers. Don't wait for her to say that she using birth control. That's an old trick. And if y'all still falling for that,
After like 30 or 40 years, then you use the fool. Use a whole fool, not a half fool, a whole fool. Right? We not going to sit here and talk about, listen, I don't even care if you're married at this point. Don't sit here and tell me that, yo, I'm married so I don't have to use protection. But you having a whole lot of kids out of wedlock that you can't really take care of, and you're not really built to have kids. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back because y'all have not been reminded of this recently. Everybody is not meant to have children. Before we really deep dive into this thing, everybody not meant to have, even if you're married, even if you can take care of them financially, it does not mean you will be a great father. Children need their fathers. They need their mothers. They need an entire family structure. They need a community of people. They need money, resources. We already overpopulated on this earth. And you want to bring more munchkins on the platforms that we then have to kick off and that we have to deal with. That's going to be raising your fathers and your sons, your future husbands, and all of this other type of stuff. But you do realize that it comes from bad decisions that you make today. Y'all got to stop putting y'all Johnson inside of these chicks. And if y'all going to do so, because I know y'all going to do so, because sex is the oldest profession and it's the oldest thing ever. Before anything, we can always trace it back to having some good old sex. I need y'all to really, really lean into the condom game. If you going to do it, which I already know that you are, I need y'all to really make condoms great again. I know what the sentiment is. I don't want to use it. It don't feel the same. She pulled it off. The rubber busted. Use a lie. And the truth ain't in you. You didn't get her pregnant because you made a mistake and bust the rubber. That's a whole lie. That's a whole lie. Half of y'all shouldn't even be getting the type of rubbers that y'all getting because you know you can't fit a Magnum. You know you ain't Magnum PI out here. Very few of us, because you know we've been mixed with Europeans and the white people from Caucasus. And so a lot of y'all are black, but you're not really black in the pants. You just black on your skin. And you pretending like you really laying it out there. But the statistics say the average man on erection is really only 5.5 to 6 inches. So you're not going to sit here and talk to me. And we're not even going to talk about girth. Because y'all keep talking about length, but y'all ain't talking about width. We grown folks. It's Friday. I done played nice Monday through Thursday, and we are going to have the uncomfortable conversations today because these are the conversations that you're not having, which then foster all of the foolishness that we see on these panels on a regular basis. Why do you refuse to use a rubber? Keep on telling me about your pull-out game and how awesome it is. Jesus Christ. So you gonna play Russian roulette with a whole human. You're going to play Russian roulette with a whole human, not a half a human. That human is going to be here for possibly, God willing, for the next 80 years. If they born in the hood, it's a strong possibility they won't make it to their 18. They probably going to take up our resources because we got to lock them up a few times in order to try to get their life together. You know how it is. You don't want to talk about what your kids is going to be when they grow up. You think that they're going to be a doctor, a scientist. No, your children, based off of the environment that you're breeding them into and your inability to be able to take care of them, is going to be a single mother or a dope dealer that sips on lean, listens to rap music, gets arrested, tries to rob my house, catch a slug, or if they're lucky, we can call the police on them and get them arrested so that they can then make our license plates at a very, very low cost. And then they can become a part of the prison industrial complex that we have to give our taxes to for the for-profit system. Your child is going to be a license plate maker. They're not going to be a doctor, a scientist, a software engineer. They're not going to change the world. They're going to change our license plates. Your child is not going to change the world. I don't know what your father told you. I don't know what your mama told you. I am going to tell you the truth. Your child is not going to change the world. They're going to change our license plates. They're going to be picking up trash on the side of the road. doing community service. Y'all know how it is within our community. You don't even think a dude is real and he got his stripes unless he got a felony on his record and he can't really get a job. Y'all know our culture is messed up. Listen, I'm not even going to try to tell you how to solve for the community because that bird has flown, and I am going to emphasize this as I break down this Lapeef Let's Talk show. We can't save the community. The community is over. It's over. I don't care what type of pill you take. You could take a red pill. You could take a blue pill. You could take a purple pill. Whatever you want to name yourself, whatever color pill you want to put on yourself. If it ain't a green pill, because that's what we take over at the Bag Chasers. We about that money. If you're not a part of the Patreon and the Bag Chasers, if you're not linking up with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, the community is over. There is no black community. Don't worry about reparations. You can forget it. You can call yourself ADOS, immigrants, American descendants of slaves, Pan-Africanism. Listen, label yourself however you want to. Dark skin, light skin, Asian, brown skin, purple skin, people of color, and all of this other type of stuff. At the end of the day, the culture is the same. The middle class is going away. Your kids will be making license plates. And if you don't want that to happen, at least wear a condom because we know you're going to be humping like rabbits. You breed like roaches. You breed like roaches. You don't really like each other, but you've trauma bonded, and you know that the only thing that really makes you feel good is that temporary relief. And then you got to turn over and look at her and realize that you really didn't like her in the first place, but you don't know how to get her out of there. And so before you get Me Too'd and before that child that you really didn't want, that you asking her to get rid of, that really goes against what you stand for because you were sitting on these panels advocating against abortion. And we don't like the fact that black women are eliminating all of the kids because we would have way more kids to be able to steal more license plates if we didn't have all of this annihilation as a result of Planned Parenthood sitting in the hood. Meanwhile, you over there begging, please, Freaky Jason, please, Freaky Jason, you know that women control access to sex and men control access to marriage. Please, you the one that got all of the power. Please get rid of this kid because I don't want my wife to find out. Meanwhile, you over there looking like a whole fool, not a half a fool, not Whole Foods that Amazon own. You looking like a whole fool sitting up on these panels advocating against what the Supreme Court is doing while at the same time begging her and trying to plead with us, helping us to understand how women control access to sex and it's your body, your right, and if the man don't want it, then we shouldn't have to be financially responsible for it. And we don't like what's going on in family court. I'm going to solve all of your problems. Wear rubber. Just wear rubber. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. And do not take her home and put your little wiener inside of her without first wearing a rubber. You can go and get them for free. They're free. I know how we can get rubbers to be great again. All we got to do is raise them up to the price of a Louis Vuitton bag. Then y'all going to be stunting talking about, yeah, because you can't afford this one. Then everybody going to have rubbers because you can't really afford them. That's how you get black people to be able to do certain things. I figured it out. All you got to do is have a scarcity mindset with regard to it. Then everybody going to run to it. Make it overpriced so that you can stun it in on your latest rap video. Is that what we got to do? We got to make it overpriced. We got to make sure that can't nobody have access to it in order for you to be able to wear one. Then you're going to wear one just so you can stun on everybody else because they can't afford it. Yeah, the new stun is that you got to have a rubber. That's why you got all them kids because you broke out here in these streets. That's what we got to do. We got to get Drake. We got to get a rapper to be able to co-sign an NBA Youngboy. Is that what we got to do? Is that what we doing today? Just wear rubber. Just wear rubber. Let's make the black community great again by no longer breeding the things that are worse for us, which is your children. No, you can't save the kids. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. Get them on up out of here. Don't bring them to the front of my... I'm so tired of walking outside, going downtown, seeing your kids with snot boogers coming out of their nose trying to sell me some candy, keep on lying to me talking about it's for their football team. Use a lie, and that kid ain't even old enough to play football, and they don't even play football during this time of the year. Sir, can you please buy some candy? Meanwhile, I see the dirty, dusty daddy over there in the corner putting his kids on the street to come and sell some candy so he can go get some crack. Can you please buy some candy, sir? It's for our football team, and we need new uniforms. What school you go to? It's for our AAU. What's your AAU team? Here, little nigga, here's $1. Get on out of my face, man. And tell your daddy to stop using all of the money on crack. Jesus. Whew. Everybody should have kids. Everybody has the right to be able to have kids. This is America, and it doesn't matter that we continue to complain about systematic oppression. The only thing that matters is that we have the fundamental right to be able to beg the government to forgive our student loans because we know that we continuing to breed single mothers. That's bad for the community. I can't wait till niggas go extinct. It's the difference between black people and niggas. I can't wait till niggas go extinct. You know what the problem with niggas? They're like roaches. They always gonna be around. They never go away. And they're the loudest ones on social media. Niggas even got cell phones inside of prison now. Let me read some of these super chats and then we're going to get into the show for real. It's going to be a show today. We going to cook. We going to slow cook. We're going to put on the broiler. We're going to slow cook. We're going to set the fire to a little bit below 300 and we just going to let it smoke. We're going to let it smoke all day, every day. Shout out to BC, says, Anton didn't deliver us from Eve last night. What happened, my guy? No, I let y'all suffer. See, y'all don't appreciate me. Shout out to you for the 10 ball, BC. Let me tell you why I didn't deliver y'all from Eve last night. It's because y'all deserve to suffer. I'm sick of seeing y'all sending me videos and comments and reactions of people saying, oh, Anton shouldn't do this. No, okay. Y'all want the dysfunction. Y'all want the women. Y'all want to be able to have people to say whatever they want to say. You don't want Anton dominating the panel and dominating the conversation. You don't want me to hold anybody accountable. Okay, have at it. Have her. God bless you. I gave you what you wanted yesterday. This is what you wanted. Y'all wanted to have the conversation. Y'all want to have everybody's voices get heard. Remember that? Everybody deserves the right to be able to have their opinion heard. Okay, even if they off that Henny, even if they've been drinking that Mad Dog 22, even if they still sipping on St. Ives with Billy D. Williams in the background, you want to listen to them too? The ones that sip on the malt liquor? The ones that's going to tell everybody to shut up. Everybody shut up on the panel because I got something to say. Okay. Have her. You're welcome. Now maybe you'll appreciate me a little bit differently. Oh, we're going to cook today. We're going to cook today. Shout out to Jeremy Clay, says, fellas out here rocking saggy magnums just to stroke their egos. Shout out to Jeremy Clay in the building. We reading all super chats today. Victoria Kimuyu says, I thought you wanted to talk Cardone today. I did. And then last night happened. So we might have to postpone that to Monday. Grant Cardone ain't going nowhere. We definitely going to talk Grant Cardone. I have it on my notes in my Apple phone. Dom says, the moment I started being sexually active was the moment I realized a lot of women don't care about using condoms, whether on BC or not, birth control or not. Every time I forgot a rubber, they said, just pull out. I'm like, hell no, then leave. Smart man with the 20 ball. That's why you got 20 ball, to be able to contribute to the platform. That's why you contributed 20. That's why you contributed 20, because you made smart decisions throughout your life, my friend. We also got Kingdom Minded with the 50 ball. 1121. Make sure you say the whole thing, not the half thing, the whole thing. Kingdom Minded 1121 says, just showing support. I divested from that fictitious community years ago. And that's why you sending 50 balls. That's why you sending the 50 ball. That's why you now a sponsor of the show with the biggest cash app / super chat today. Thank you, Kingdom Minded, because you've been rocking with me a long time. And I'm happy to have you as a part of what it is that we do over the community over here. Jonathan Jaghammer says, fellas, get that lifestyles for your lifestyle. Please go get some saran wrap. Go get something. Anything that prevent us from being subjected to what it was that I subjected y'all to last night. What's up, Yvette? Says, hey, Anton. What up, Yvette, with the 20 ball? I love you, baby girl. How's it going? I know that you was making some adjustments for Ash Wednesday or something like that. I don't really know what it is. Mr. Sukuyomi says, raising the cost of safe sex is brilliant. That would make a phenomenal joke if you did stand up. Keep thriving, big dog. I know how to market. That's one thing I know how to do is I know how to market. Thank you to Jay Woodfin with the 10 ball says, I can't wait till ninjas go extinct. I trademarked it immediately. Did Marcellus Wiley get back to you, bro? Can't wait to hear that combo. Shh. We working on some big things, Jay Woodfin. You can't be giving out all the game. Let me also hear from Q real quick. Says, Anton, that chick was worse than Lady T. Oh, shout out to Lady T, a.k.a. Lady Mogulette, that was shipping on her wine, and she didn't really know, because y'all can't wine shame me. I could drink because I'm grown, and I could do whatever I want to do when I want to do it, because it's my wine. I bought it, and it don't really matter about who it is that we talking about on this show. I said, this hoe's a whole drunk, not a half drunk. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading super chats throughout the show. Let's get into it, all right? So, I have not had a chance to rewatch the show. I have not scrubbed through it. But I don't think it's going to be difficult to find the spots that we want to find in order to have the conversations based off of what it is that we want to emphasize here. So, again, make sure you guys hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, tap into the Patreon. We got some awesome stuff in there. We got the Alpha Juice Company. We're going to be popping. Thank you, Q, for the 10 ball. I appreciate you, baby girl. I think it's time for us to go ahead and get right into it. What y'all think? Let's get right into it. Let's find it. I'm going to be reading super chats throughout the show. So thank you to everybody that's contributing. I will not forget you. Let's go ahead and get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fast forward.
All the things that takes into...
What a surprise. It wasn't hard to go ahead and just pick a spot and you're right there. Pick a spot and you're right there into the thick of things, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. Let's hear what these hyenas are doing today. Listen to her. Listen to the words that is coming out of her mouth.
Factors of that. Do you all agree with that?
Factors that he's seeking validation.
Well, the validation comes from why he feels that way. That's validation for one. And even if he had to be able to seek that through another person, seeing if they agree with them, that's a great question that you probed. But
that's a great question. That's a great question that you probed. Because seeking validation, does everybody agree with it? Hold on. Give me a second. Just give me a second. I have to get another prop. Sorry, Alpha Juice. I got to move you out of the way for 1 second. And everybody... Does everybody agree with what it is that's coming out of my mouth right now? Listen, just in case we run out of the first one, We got a second bottle because you know the black girls, we love some Hennessy. Black women, we love to talk. But I want to be a part of the conversation because I don't know what I'm talking about, but I got to keep me a bottle of Hennessy and Casamigos. This y'all queens. I'm reading super chats throughout the show. I see y'all. Keep it rocking. Keep it rocking. We cooking today. Are we cooking a whole meal today, ladies and gentlemen? Let me take my time and parse through the data.
Nonetheless, it's still that man seeking validation.
So, Eve, I just want to say this because I understand what you're saying.
Now look at Mr. Let Go pandering. Look at Mr. Eve. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Eve. Makes perfect sense to me. Then Mr. Let Go. Oh, don't worry about it. We're going to get to that part. Mr. Let Go at the end of the show going to try to tell me that he had it under control. I had her under control, Anton. I don't know what you was thinking.
Do you? Do you?
Men, yeah, I get it. Men used to seek validation from other men by how many men we sleep with.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we're adults, like we talked about this a couple episodes ago, we now get.
I wasn't about to sit here and go back and forth with this chick and try to have a whole conversation with her. What I look like? Talking to a drunk chick trying to make sense of what it is that she's talking about. What do I look like trying to make sense of a drunk chick?
Really?
We now get validation from the women we don't sleep with. So if it's a little groupie like wandering around or whatever.
Let me fast forward. Let's see if we can scrub through and find some other spots.
You find out like.
I in no fashion support the feminist movement, the democratic movement, or any of these things. But
what movement do you support?
I believe in equality. I'm a conservative woman, and I believe in equality.
Hey, shout out to all of the conservative women that's drunks. I'm a conservative. Hold on, let me power down my camera real quick. I'm a conservative woman. I don't like the Democrats or the Republicans.
And I believe that we can both, no matter what side that you're on. See, this is what people want us to believe.
Do you think men and women are equal?
Look at Mr. Lego having a whole conversation.
No, I do
with
not. No, I do not. Men and women are not equal.
They start to go for the nerd is when a nerd turns.
They have a kind
Let's see if we can find
respect
spot.
and
All we got to do is look to see when she get on camera. Let's see. There she go. Let's see her reappear.
Like chubby. It's a
Hi,
lot more
Eve.
chubby girls.
Hey, baby.
You back? You okay?
Okay.
Doing good.
If she can't get in.
Look, this is the classic drunk, right? The classic drunk woman. First they're gonna come in and, can I love you? Hey, how's everybody going? I remember you. Okay, cool. First she loved the mirror, right? Look, let's see what she say later.
And welcome to Lapeef. Let's talk. Make sure.
Woman.
Hold on. Let's see if we can find it.
Something in women, I don't know what it is.
Oh,
That's what you are. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know your life in its entirety, but what you're showcasing to us over here is an epitome of a TikToker woman.
right after. Hey, first, listen. I don't have any timestamps or anything. She came in, hi, honey, Amira. We had a good time on the panel, on another panel before. You're awesome. I love you, baby. Now she's calling her the epitome of a TikToker. Okay, let's continue.
What does that mean?
That
What?
Don't do that, Eve. Don't do that to her. Eve.
No, I'm going
I would hate to I'll be quiet.
She
I
didn't
don't
even
wanna say
no,
what
no,
you-
I'm not gonna be quiet. Hold on.
I don't
You
want to
be
say what
quiet.
you look like.
You
I'm
be
not going to say what you
quiet.
look like.
No, I'm good. You be quiet. I let
Yeah.
you sit up here and talk your jibber jabber and all
Uh-huh.
this bullshit. But how
Okay.
you come over here, you speak broken English, talking about what an American man want or need in a black woman or a white woman or a white man. And you don't even speak the native language.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me in the upper right-hand corner with my head. All I did was I just took my glasses off and I just put my hands on my head. Put my hands on my head. What am I supposed to? What do y'all want from me? What do y'all want from me? Anton, we're tired of you removing black women. Okay, well, I'm going to let the black women come on up. Listen, all week I said to myself, I will not remove black women from the panel. I will not remove black women from the panel. I had more black women DMing me, sending me messages, and all of this other type of stuff. Anton, you're not supportive of black women's opinions, and let them be great. Let black women be great. I said, okay. For those of you that don't know, I'm going to be reading Super Chat shortly. Thank you for everybody that support the platform. For those of you that don't know, one thing about me is that I am going to give you what you want. I believe in giving you what you want. I said, okay. Me and JR, we specifically don't. I tell him, don't tell me who's coming on the panel. You do what you do. Remove me from it so that I can be surprised and I can react accordingly. When I see this woman jumps on the panel and she does what she does, let me tell y'all why it's important for y'all to stay on code from a sister code perspective. Let me show it to you.
I'm sorry, baby. You do not qualify. You don't qualify.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Talk about shut up.
Let me ask you a question.
Shut up.
So much for Mr. Let Go controlling our hyenas. Don't you know that you can't tame a wild hyena? Even if they don't bite you immediately because you give them food and you're trying to domesticate them, you can't domesticate a hyena. They belong in the jungle, not even on the streets. They belong in the jungle. You cannot tame a hyena. Mr. Let Go. All of that pandering earlier in the show is coming back to bite you. Now she's telling you, shut up. Shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Who are you? Let go? I respect you, but I don't care nothing about you. Shut up. That's what you get for trying to tame a wild animal. You thought that you could domesticate that thing, and it came back to bite you.
Anybody
Stop
disrupting
telling me to shut up. You
shut up. Shut up. I don't
You
care.
speak to men that way?
Let
I
me ask you a question.
Look at me. Look at me in the upper right-hand
me.
corner.
I'm talking to this young lady.
Look at me. Look at me.
You're not qualified.
Hey, you can't tell somebody that they're not qualified.
You are the quintessential individual of a
Look at me.
fucking calm down.
Hey, you
You
can't
are
do
the
that.
Eve, don't do her like that.
individual of a fucking
Eve.
Kardashian that got their way up by laying on their fucking back and getting shut up. Don't tell me to stop and shut up.
Yo,
Y'all
she
shut
gotta
up.
go, bro. This is too much.
Who gonna tell me to go? The next, who gonna tell me to go?
See? Who gonna tell me to go? Who gonna pull me down? Who gonna remove me from the panel? Not me. I call not it. That's what I was saying in my head. The whole time that I'm sitting there like this, I said, I call not it. I call not it. I give up. I give up. I'm not gonna remove her from the panel. You can't protect women from themselves. So, because protection looks a lot of different ways, what I decided to do was let you be whoever it is that you want to be. Go ahead and fly, black woman. Go ahead and fly, our modern hyenas. Go ahead and support the sister code. No, we equal. We equal. You can't say nothing. Don't touch me. Who gonna tell me to calm down? You shut up. You shut up. You shut up. Okay, cool. It's a no-win situation. If we help you, then we get me too for touching you. Then we don't respect you, because protection is also protecting you from yourself. But because I say, you know what? I purposely said I'm going to let the Henny do the talking tonight. Anton is not going to do nothing to remove any responsibility away from you. I am going to let you be who you want to be, black woman. Fly. Fly, black woman. Show me what you got.
Anton, you know.
Bro, this is getting too much.
No, don't call on me, Bruiser. Anton, come on, man. You know, it's one of them times, Anton. No, Bruce. No, Bruiser. And then she got the nerve, and then she called him Buzzer right after that. You shut up, Buzzer. Buzzer, don't call on Anton. No, Bruiser. Don't tap me on the shoulder now. Nope. This is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. You thought you wanted it. You called on the name of the Lord and he didn't answer. And so now I'm going to allow for you to be able to live in your throw up. You gonna have to go ahead and sleep in that bed you made up for yourself. Nope, Bruiser, this is you.
Got to say something, Anton.
Hold on.
I'm gonna kill you if you don't say nothing, Anton.
Eve,
Bro.
Lapeef,
Go, bro.
stop it, Lapeef.
Eve, relax.
No. This is y'all fault. This is y'all fault.
Stop.
No.
Stop
This is your fault.
No. Don't do that,
I've
Anton.
been playing. Nope. This is your fault. This is your fault. I blame all of y'all. I blame every last
Lapeef,
one of y'all.
stop it, Lapeef.
I blame y'all. I blame y'all. And I'm really reserving myself right now. I'm really reserving.
Listen, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of insight. I'm going to give y'all some tea, as we call it, right? Here's a little bit of tea for those of you that are not familiar. Let Go jumped on the phone with me, right? He said, Anton, you got to be more like me. I said, what do you mean, Let Go? He said, listen, we got to be a smooth operator. Smooth operator. I said, what do you mean, Let Go? You got to be a smooth operator. He said, listen, bro, you got to be able to control the conversation and control the narrative. And, you know, he tried to let go me. He tried to hit me with the smooth operator. I said, oh, yeah, let go. How is it that we supposed to do that? We can control. They just women. We can control this. They going to be quiet if we decide to make sure that they be quiet. I said, oh, yeah? I said, so let go. You're telling me that I need to be more reserved. And that's why, listen, y'all don't know why I'm sitting here holding Mr. Let Go accountable right here on this panel. He knew why. And that's why he said, Anton, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Anton, don't do that to me. No, I blame you because you wanted me to tie my hands behind my back. So I'm going to completely remove myself. And this is all your mess. Bruiser, don't call me. Ladies, don't ask me to remove nobody. Let Go. Go ahead and be the hyena tamer since you was trying to teach me, because Let Go is my guy. Let Go is my guy. I got to give him props. He is a phenomenal dude, offline, online. That's my guy. But Let Go. I got to be relatively honest right here. I'm not going to talk about the whole conversation because, I don't do that. But I'm going to just give him a little bit of insight of why I'm holding you accountable right now. Look at him with his hands over his face. Let Go gave me the game on how it is that I need to be able to tame these hyenas. Before the show, I said, okay. I didn't know who was coming on the show. I didn't know what was going to happen. I don't even get into it. I get on there, I do what I do, and then I keep it moving. Okay, Let Go. Show us how it is that you can get control of these women.
You can't reserve yourself for shit until you fucking yourself a reason why you sitting up there validating a motherfucker that ain't ever fucking
chill. Go ahead and mute up, Miss Let Go.
You fucking chill. You fucking chill. You
Bro,
chill, you goat mouth geezer. You chill, you goat mouth geezer. That's what
She's
you
gonna
do.
regret this. She's gonna regret this. This is
Bro,
not
this
good.
shit ain't no good look, bro.
And who said that? Who said I'm gonna regret something?
Me,
Who
I
said
said
that?
it.
Hold
I
on.
said it.
Shut up. Shut up, boys to men. Shut up, boys to men.
Who said? Ms. Lego said, I said it. I said be quiet. You shut up too, boys to men, one Ye Morrison.
Who said I'm gonna regret something? Who said who was the chick up here said I was gonna regret something?
I'm reading
Who
super
was
chat
brazen
shortly.
enough to sit up there and say that I was gonna regret something? Please tell me. Who said it? You better speak fast because I'm gonna burn this whole motherfucking panel down. Yeah, that's what the fuck I thought. And I'm gonna eliminate you, Lapeef. I'm gonna eliminate you and Mary because you just got both here. Buzzer, I'm gonna eliminate.
Shout out to Buzzer in the building and Amara. Shout out to Buzzer. Y'all deserve this. Y'all deserve it. I don't want to hear one person. Let me put on my rolly. We got the Henny. We got the Alpha Juice Company. Y'all not hitting likes for the YouTube algorithm. And there's way too many people in here that's not hitting a like for the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. This is my travel case. Shout out to Buzzer. Shout out to Buzzer in the building. I'm calling him Buzzer from now on. I'm not calling him Bruiser. I'm calling him Buzzer. That's what Eve called him, and she was the very first woman on the face of the earth. If Eve, because y'all said the woman is queen. If you want to find heaven, that's what the minister said. The honorable minister said, if you want to find heaven, all you need is a woman. Oh yeah. You want to go to heaven, don't you? And you don't even have to die. Amen, amen, minister. All you gotta have is a woman. Now she calling you Buzzer. That's because you spelled your name wrong in the first place. But okay, let's continue.
Eliminate you, I'm gonna eliminate you. So lucky, I'm gonna eliminate you, Anton Daniels.
Yeah, you called my name out and you didn't know we was gonna be doing a whole show the next day on you.
I'm gonna eliminate you, Mr. Lady Go. And then it's gonna come down to you, Lady DYNTNDP, bitch ass nigga. You know what I mean.
Oh. Is this y'all queen? I'm reading super chat shortly. So, is this y'all queen? Can we conclude that the black community is over, courtesy of the black woman? Is it fair for us to conclude that the black community is over, courtesy of the black woman? Is over, is done, shut it down, don't say nothing no more, it's over. The black community and black culture is trash, it's over. I'm looking at it in real time, courtesy of Hennessy, Casamigos, and Tito's handmade vodka. Tito's don't even got no sugar in it either. Tito's don't got no sugar in it. Shout out to Tito's.
And you, Miss Rose, what the fuck else is that shit going on? Let's go. So it's two of us. Talk to me, cause I talk big.
Don't be scared, Mr. Lego.
I talk big. What the fuck y'all got to say? Shut the fuck up, everybody. I don't give a fuck. Talk the fuck back.
Eve, can you shut up?
Shit to fucking say.
Let's go. Up, please?
Hold on.
Can you shut up?
Look at Mr. Let Go trying to get some control. Go ahead and get some control, Mr. Let Go. I'm just looking. I just calmed down. I calmed down. I went and got me some spaghetti. I'm gonna be honest to God. Honest. I'm honest as hell with y'all. I calmed down. I went and got me some spaghetti, and I went and got some water. I went and hugged on my daughter. I cannot be any more honest with you. This was a life moment for me. I went and got some spaghetti because my wife had made spaghetti. I went in there and I said, listen, I love you, Rita. I love you more than anybody that I've ever seen in my entire life, because these type of women makes me appreciate everything that you've ever done. This beautiful spaghetti dinner that you've made with us with spinach and spaghetti and all of this other type of stuff. Parmesan cheese is laid out and everything with, honey, I love you. I went in there and I hugged my daughter. I said, listen, I don't know if this woman ever had a father in her life, but you got a father in your life. I love my family. It's no way. If this is what you telling me is out here in the streets, these cluckers, these hyenas, if this is what you telling me is available for me, that's waiting for me on the other side of divorce, I was like this. This is what I'm like on my marriage. I got my marriage held tight. No, let me revise that. That's a bad analogy. This is how I am with my marriage. This is Rita and Leslie. They the Alpha Juice Company. Rita and Leslie is Alpha Juice. This is what y'all dealing with out in the streets.
You shut up. You be quiet. And you, Miss Lady D-I-T-E-M-E-T, do you know what I mean? And fuck you too, buzzer.
And I'm like this in the background. Calm down. Ooh, let me protect my wife and my life and my family. I can't wait to go back to Disney World. I'm not trying to be in the streets. You know, Disney, they keep their streets clean. It's tough out there. It's tough out there. Tough out there. This is the same woman that's going to be in church on Sunday saying, I'm praying for me a good man because it ain't no more good men out here. Okay, Mr. Let Go. Let me see you go ahead and wrangle that hyena in.
5, 4, 3.
You want to shut up when you get the one? Shut up.
All right, hold on, you just chill for a second. Just relax, just breathe. It's never a dull moment on a Thursday, it seems to be.
I blame Mr. Let Go for this.
She ain't none of my people. I don't know this woman. I ain't never seen her.
I blame Mr. Let Go.
Hold on. You know, Eve is in the back just taking the time out to regroup a little bit.
I'm just saying, do not pin her on me. I've never seen her, met her in my life.
No.
That's on you, Mr. Let Go.
I blame the black men in the community for what we see happening with your women today.
She's not mine.
No, she is yours. You the one that
got brand new tires. What are you talking about?
She's not mine.
She's yours. This is yours. Y'all got to take
brand new
responsibility for y'all women.
Got to be yours.
This is a reflection of y'all. This is y'all.
Let me scrub ahead and see if we can have some more conversations. Hold on. Give me a second.
This is just crazy, man.
I got 3 words, and
why we are always going to be at the bottom of the barrel. Why women are a representation of who we are. I don't understand it.
Listen, let me give you all a little bit of context because I scrubbed a little bit further into the show. At this point in the show, I'm having a come to Jesus moment because everybody just continued to go ahead and had a conversation and they went over to the next subject like nothing ever happened. They was like, yeah, because, in a relationship, you got to be one with your partner and we got to communicate effectively. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Did we not just hear what I thought I heard? Did this not just play out the way that I thought it would just play out? So y'all just going to completely ignore all of the Hennessy that's over here and the drunkenness and the display of unrighteousness amongst our community with our black women as leading our households. And y'all gonna sit here and act like that just didn't happen. We gonna skip over it? Because if I kick a woman off, now we gotta have a come to Jesus moment. But if they just go ahead and just nuke themselves, and y'all said that y'all was gonna control something when they wasn't gonna control it, now everything is just, oh, we just gonna move over to the next subject. Let's act like it didn't happen. If a man does something, we gonna have a whole conversation about it. But if a woman is just going on, and she gonna call you buzzer, and you shut up, boys to man, now we just gonna skip past that, and we just gonna go ahead and go to the next subject. I said, no, we're not gonna ignore it.
It just baffles me. Like, you never see a guy drunk on the panel.
Ever.
I cannot remember the last time that I seen a guy drunk on the panel.
Ever.
Like, this stuff is forever. It lives on forever. And I just cannot understand for the life of me why we continue to validate bad behavior by hyenas. It's wild to me. It's absolutely insane to me.
And you know, I get my superpowers.
But yet we supposed to protect y'all?
When I go and get my hat, my Groku hat, this is my new superpower. When I put this hat on, it's not the hoodie no more. In 2023, it's the hat. And I got this specifically from Disney. When I put this hat on, I'm not having it no more.
And we supposed to look at y'all any more than what it is that y'all show yourselves to be?
Nope.
I don't understand it. I don't see how that makes sense for everybody. Like, if a guy do something, it's the end of the world. I have not seen a woman get canceled on the internet.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
We'll see Andrew Tate get canceled. You'll see Sneeko get canceled. Mm-hmm. You'll see everybody and their mama. It's always going to be a guy that's being held accountable, but we never, ever, 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 ever hold our women accountable, and that's why we will always be at the bottom of the barrel, and we always going to be in last place. I'm about to hit y'all with a truth bomb. We don't take responsibility. We don't take accountability, and it's fools. It's just a straight up foolish narrative that I just continue to see play out on a regular basis. Now, if I do something, then I'm the bad guy. If I let it play out, then why I let a person, why I let the drunk girl continue to make a fool of herself, and why we ain't protecting black women from themselves? It's wild to me. It's wild to me. I don't understand it. It's weird. It's just crazy, man. It's
I got 3 words, Anton. 3 words. Does anybody know what those 3 words are?
Yep. Childhood trauma.
Women.
I love you.
Are children.
They not.
Women are children.
They not.
Then why we don't put them in their place? Because usually children get disciplined, right?
I got a question. I got an answer to that, Anton. No. I got an answer to that.
Listen to this, y'all. Watch this.
Three names. Lucky, Lady Di, and Real Precious. And I commend Amira for stepping up, but I'm looking to see black women step up and check.
We have a responsibility to hold everybody accountable. Old people, young people, women.
Let me fast back.
And one of the reasons is that we don't see them as a threat.
Watch this.
Come on, y'all. We see it every single day.
You're capping right now.
We see it every single day. Women have no problem about themselves. They will tell you about how you ain't nothing, how you a pookie, how you this, how you that. We see it every single day. Every day. We see it.
But they're babbling. Nobody's listening to the stupid shit.
You know what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, Mr. Lego. You don't see them as a threat.
I always say that. Women aren't threatening.
No, they are. They are. Any group of people that come together to push forward an agenda or to stand forward on something are you can't stop them. You cannot stop them.
That's a lie. Unless they got men backing them,
bro. And one of the reasons is that we don't see them as a threat, which makes them even more of a threat. And that's the reason why we finding men on the tail end of trying to play. And you see Save Yourself Black Man and Passport Bros and all of these other types of groups that's coming along because now guys are banding together in order to get away because we've already let our community fail by not dealing with it accordingly if we want to look at them as children, right? And so, in my opinion, I believe that women are much more of a threat today than any men are, than any group of people, any alphabet community. I think that women are the biggest threat to not only men, but to humanity.
Agreed.
I think
I have a question.
where you see
Gay men
society,
are over all of
see,
that.
where you see
That's a whole
society
lie.
going today. Listen, I have no doubt in my mind that it is a strong possibility that we will see a woman as a president within the next 8 years.
Mark my words.
No way in
That's
hell.
right.
Listen, they are taking over the world.
No, sir.
And there is nothing you can do about it as
There will
an
be a gay
individual.
president, not a woman president. It's going to be
Man,
a
let me
gay
tell you
dude.
something. They
Gay
We've already
already
had that.
They taking
got
over
the power,
Congress.
not women.
They taking over our House of Representatives. They taking over every legislative branch.
Facts.
They taking over the mayor.
Yep.
They becoming governors.
Yep.
They taking over your jobs.
Yep.
They taking over your households.
Absolutely.
They run your community. They
Do it.
determine bro, do you realize that black women and women in general are the ones that determine who gets elected, who not? They're the swing voters.
Where's the lies told here? Let me pause there. Where is the lie told? Because women are determining our buying patterns. They're determining who our legislators are. They're determining our laws. They're determining what happens inside of our schools, how our children are being taught. They're determining. I'm about to read super chats right now. They're determining every single thing that happens within our community, and it's because you don't see him as a threat, Mr. Let Go. Shout out to my girl Crimson Cura. I appreciate you, baby girl. One of the most phenomenal women that we have that has a microphone. And I had to treat her like gold because I had to show her. One of the reasons why I treated Crimson Cura like gold is because I had to show how we're supposed to separate the way that we treat hyenas and how we treat queens. How we treat hyenas and how we treat queens. And so I roll out the red carpet for Crimson. And she's so humble. She's so humble. Crimson is like, oh, Anton, you ain't got to put me on a flight. I do this, that, and that. Girl, you're going to be on this flight. You're going to be in the best hotel, best accommodations. You're going to be taken care of. And you're not going to pay for nothing while you're here. I threatened Crimson. She'll tell you. Rita was sitting right there. I threatened her. I never thought that I'd have to threaten Crimson, but it was a possibility because I seen how humble she was. Do you know I had to threaten Crimson? I said, let me find out that you spent your own money somewhere and it's going to be a problem. I looked her dead in her eyes and I said, let me find out that you spent some money somewhere and it's going to be a problem. Oh, but Anton, I just looked at her. Okay, I'm not going to do it. You right. Let me find out that somebody had to pull some money out or you had to pull a card out of your pocket in order to do so. I didn't even let Crimson touch the front desk. Don't go to the front desk. Don't say it's me. Don't say I'm here. Have her met at the door. Take her straight to her room. Make sure it's on a high floor. And don't let her pay for anything. That was my orders, and we made sure that we seen that through. And then she came and she blessed us with so many gems. If y'all not familiar, make sure y'all go into the Patreon. I just dropped the full interview with me and Crimson. And this is what y'all celebrate on this panel. These drunk heifers, hyenas that come up here and make a mockery of your community, your sons, how it is that we're supposed to be operating as a whole. As men and women. Disappointed. I'm disappointed. I am very much disappointed. Let me read some of these super chats. Let me get into these super chats because you know I got to tap in with the people. Y'all have been blessing the platform and making sure that y'all take care of things. So I got to make sure that I acknowledge y'all. Yvette Marie says, all is fantastic. God is good. Shout out to Yvette Marie. We love you, baby girl. Lucid Experience says, not another Lady M. Mogulette. Never mind. I'm tuned in. Shout out to you. I appreciate you for the 2-ball. Also, Vern says, my rule, $75K minimum to have a kid. You got to be able to sponsor them. I feel you, Vern. I feel you. I'm rocking with you. Jay Woodfin says, I can orate with the best of them, but nobody can communicate this accountability message like you. Jesus Christ. I'm on it, Jay Woodfin, and thank you for the 20 ball. I appreciate you. Kojak, my dog, says she was drunk off that Alizé and Night Train. That might have been Mad Dog 2020, big dog. Marcus Evans with the fireball says, what up, bruh? No more hyenas on the panel 2023 and beyond. We can't escape them, though. That's the problem. RNDM Streamer says, I got an idea for a sauce business. I might need to join the Bag Chasers. If y'all need to kick it with me personally, make sure y'all join the Bag Chasers, but also email me at AntonDaniels413.com, 413@gmail.com, and I'm going to make sure I get y'all booked for a Zoom call or a personal call. Kratos Raptor 85 says, what? Booger Bears being Booger Bears? Say it ain't so, Anton. Thank you for the 10 ball, Kratos. I appreciate you. Cam Up Podcast says, oh, she drunk. Oh, man. And then we tried to cam her down and let her get a little bit sober, told her to go ahead and drink some water. I think she went and drank some more Hennessy, yo. Island Girl Q says, Casamigo says Casanigros. Shout out to Q is in the building. A Story to Tell says she sound like she on that Pill Cosby pack. Y'all know that y'all like to sip on that lean. Y'all like to get them Percocets. Molly Percocet. Silver Lion says, you talking jibber jabber. T-shirt worthy. I might have to add that as the first shirt that I release in my line. Sir Shah says, I knew she would call Amira Kardashian. When you let women get drunk, you're going to let the real them come out. SDC, shout out to you for the 2 ball. I appreciate my people across the pond. Thank you, my friend. Sir Shah also says, Anton, serious question. Are women scared to fight another woman? Or are women scared to fight other women? Like when Taylor, Sheba, and the K's, Anna, and Eve yell and scream, women look scared. I think that some women that's not used to being around certain environments, like Rita, she don't surround herself with those type of women, so she's never subjected to it. I am disciplined, prioritize, and purpose says, what the black community don't understand, we are systematically judged as a whole. This is embarrassing. So one bad monkey making a whole bunch look bad. I see you. Marcus Evans, how many L's has Mr. Let Go gotten from you and Ali? SDC says, with another 2 ball, thank you for supporting the platform. I appreciate you, big dog. You are very much appreciated. Just been hitting me with the 2 balls over and over again. Marcus Evans says, this is why our other nations look at us black people as a joke. Agreed. That ain't our queen. I don't know. Y'all herald them. Enes Luby, shout out to you for the 20 ball, says that shirt you're wearing today is dope. Last night I have no words. Tell Buzzer, keep his head high. It's also why I don't drink. If you want the game on London, I'm your go-to man. I can't help but laugh, but this is our queen. These are the women that y'all love and y'all celebrate. Y'all want to protect them from themselves and then put on a pedestal. Justin O says, remember what the minister said. The only way to heaven is found in a woman. Sibling rivalries. Shout out to you, says, bro, this cousin Joey P. How did you find Slurzilla? Dude, I'm dying over here. It's crazy. Aaron, I appreciate you, says, does she count in the Pebble theory? Nice one. I'm not even going to address that right now. Brandon Parent says, more drunk hyenas on the show? Because, oh my effing God, this is entertaining. Need a whole show on the Lapeef Network. Wine and hyenas, best entertainment ever. Don't give me no ideas. SDC, shout out to you, says, the drunkard and no woman holding her accountable. Ronnie Robinson, none of the sisters checked her last night with the 10 ball. I appreciate you, big dog. My baby, shout out to Crimson Cure, says, this super chat is specifically for the baby Yoda hat and incredible adorableness involved. I love Crimson so much. I love my baby Crimson. I can't wait to get her back. I'm about to have Rita reach out to her immediately to have her back up here on the panel and to be able to do another interview because Crimson is one of the most beautiful souls that I've ever ran into in my entire life. Thank you, love. Reality Check says, haven't heard this much open truth in some time. This gives me hope. We got to divest ourselves. King Buddha says, see, this is why getting sloppy drunk has never been appealing to me. Just be out here looking like a damn mess. My dog, Marcus Evans, hit us again, says, please get Crimson Cure on the next show. We got to protect our baby. I only want to, listen, when Crimson Cure came in here, I put the liquor up. I made sure nobody could smoke. We had to have the setting ideal. We even had the temperature to have it a certain type of way. It's the third woman, bro. No, it's more than that, to be honest with you. Y'all wasn't here in the beginning. Mel Duke says, I've heard of Dusty say he was voting for a woman because she fine. I need to get him 50 lashes. Shout out to Umar Johnson. Woo, it's a wild day today. Also, Mr. Maximus says you're going to have to start showing up with a belt. You ain't lying, big dog. Thank you to everybody that support the platform. I'm continuing to read super chats throughout the show. But we got to pivot, though. We got to pivot because I know a lot of guys are saying, yo, Anton, well, if these are the hyenas that we got to deal with on a regular basis, why don't I go ahead and get my passport? Passport Bros is in right now. It's a whole movement, right? And then somebody sent me a video. And I said, oh, my Jesus. The black community is just going to be losing all day, every day. Now, this gentleman right here, is what we would call a passport bro. All right? Make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube. We're going to do a whole show today. Make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. If you have not already, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. If you need to get in touch with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to let him explain it, and we're going to come back and break it down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can scrub through. Let me see if I can move it up a little bit.
Yo.
Don't cry. Don't rub your eyes, big dog.
Yo. What up, y'all?
Thank you for the super chats. I'm reading throughout the show.
DR. I missed my flight last night. I just got off the flight.
Let me rewind it for you. He's in DR, Dominican Republic. Y'all know how y'all need to go down there and pay for the box and all of that. And he missed his flight last night. All right? That's the context of what he just said. He's in DR, and he missed his flight last night. Let's continue.
On with Spirit. I'm waiting on them to call me back. It's a $100 reschedule fee.
He's waiting on Spirit to call him back. It's a $100 reschedule fee. He's waiting on Spirit to call him back. He took Spirit Airlines over to the Dominican Republic. He missed his flight. He's waiting on Spirit to call him back, and there's a $100 reschedule fee. I just want to make sure that I'm bringing y'all all up to speed on what it is that he's communicating. He's in the Dominican Republic. He's stuck. I'm going to be reading super chats throughout the show. Thank y'all to Preston Walker and everybody that's contributed to the platform. And there's a $100 reschedule fee because he missed his flight. All right, let's continue.
Basically, I need a cash app, guys. I need a cash app to try to get this fee together, man. I'm so sick right now. I'm sick as hell. I've been trying to call Kayla because I know she's like in the area. So I was trying to call her to like set something up to where I can get like some actual money because I'm hungry. I have very little bread left. I maybe got like $15. I'm just calling on the subscribers now to see can I get another 100 to get the reschedule fee. They try to make me book for a whole nother ticket. I can argue with that guy. I don't got them customer service with Spirit for about had to be at least 45 minutes. I'm damn near, I don't know if y'all can hear, I lost my voice yelling up there and then yelling at customer service.
So before we continue into this video, ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all the black community is over. It's over. The black community is over, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Let me tell you something. This man went over to the Dominican Republic with no money. He a passport bro, though. Oh, y'all thought that we was just going to be talking about the women today and the drunk woman that was on Lapeef Let's Talk. He went over and he caught an international flight with no money. Irresponsible, overslept, Missed his flight. I'm sure he spent all of his cheese on trying to get some hoes. Overslept. Not you going live in order to beg for a Cash App to be able to get up $100 to get home. Where they do that at? Oh no, he's a passport bro. Don't you sit here and try to disown your own. Don't try to disown your own. You stay on code. He's a passport bro. I'm reading super chats throughout. I'm gonna be reading these super chats after this. This dude went live, and I'm convinced that Spirit is not a bad airline now. It's not Spirit. It's the niggas who can't afford to actually ride any other airline, and then they make Spirit look bad because they the bottom of the barrel sitting there yelling at the Spirit customer service people because you overslept and now you can't come up with $100 for a reschedule fee. You telling me you ain't got 100 ducats? You don't have 100 ducats to be able to get home from the Dominican Republic. Oh no, he one of yours. He's one of yours. He's a passport bro. He's one of yours. Clean up your house. Clean up your house.
Yeah, man, this trip turned out to be so bad, yo. This trip was so crazy, guys. I got Spirit calling me back, but I just know I needed to hop on here and just see if you guys can help your boy out. Get your boy Can anybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Let me know if everybody
We can hear you. You just ain't getting no Cash Apps, homie.
Audio. Yeah, I got it. Audio's good. Yeah, man. Stuck here. We
looking for a
at
donation.
this hotel. $16 a day. I got it till tomorrow.
This dude said, I'm stuck at a hotel that only cost me $16 a day. Let me tell you something. I don't care where I am in the world. I don't care if I am in the bottom of the barrel of the worst third. I don't care if I'm over hanging out in Ukraine. Anywhere that only costs me $16 a day to stay there, and I'm not actually getting like no points. I'm like not getting it off as no points or nothing like that. I don't want to be there. Anywhere that costs me $16 a day and I'm running out of money, I don't want to be there. Where are y'all going? And where are y'all staying that it's costing y'all $16 a day? Oh my God. $16 a day. $16? You can't come up with $16 to be able to stay overnight? What are y'all doing? What is going on with the passport bros? Is the passport bros broken or is the passport bros balling? Which one is it? Is it broken or is it balling? Because this man right here, whoever his name is, Rello, he out here making y'all look bad. You put Rello over there with Eve from the Lapeef Let's Talk show last night, and you got you a whole Adam and Eve that then fucked up what it was that we were supposed to be living in. We supposed to be in Kings. We supposed to be living in an oasis. We supposed to be living in a garden. We was never supposed to have to till the earth. It was self-producing. All we had to do was sit over there and name the animals and walk around with our cocks out. And Rello and Eve, Rello decided that he wanted to listen to Eve because Rello was chasing pussy and he went to go pay $16 a day to stay in a hotel room. Eve brought back some Hennessy. And this is what we got in our black community. Y'all said that black people was the first people on earth. Well, if black people are the first people on earth, then that means that we the first people to fuck it up then, huh? If black people was the first people on earth, black people are the original people. That's what y'all told me, right? How do we get so fucked up then? Okay. All right, Rello, give us a little bit more. We want to know.
Tonight, I'm about 10 minutes away from the airport, not far. Somebody drop a comment. My comments are not popping up. Let me know what's going on with the comments.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man, I'm just trying to get the money together. Whatever I don't care if it's $5, $10, whatever you can. What's up, yo? I need this flight money to get back from Sasua. Stuck in Sasua. I need $100 reschedule fee.
What's Sasua? I've never been to the Dominican Republic. I was never trying to go buy pussy. I'm afraid to book a flight to the Dominican Republic because I don't want to be lumped into the same boat as all the rest of these dudes that's over here buying pussy. I'm afraid to go and book a flight to Sasua because I don't want to be lumped into the same boat with everybody else that's over there purchasing pussy. Now, if that's what you want to do, have at it. But these are the type of dudes that you coming after in order to bust down the chicks that they purchasing butt from. Remember this. When you go over to Sasua to go and purchase some butt, it's a strong possibility that you're going after Rello. Hear me out. When you go over to Sasua in the Dominican, I don't know where it is. I've never been there. When you go over to Sasua to go and purchase some butt, there is a possibility and a probability that you're going right after whoever it is that you go and purchase. You're going right after Rello over here that didn't even have $16 for another night or $100 reschedule fee to get back home. Then he did a follow-up video after he got back home. I don't know who sent him some money. I did not watch the whole thing. I thought that this was hilarious. But then he did a follow-up video, right? In which he got mad at everybody and he started calling everybody clout chasers because they started holding them accountable for running over to the Dominican Republic broke. And then got the nerve to label themselves freshest in the city. Freshest in the city. Now, I'm assuming he's from Chicago because he got a Cubs hoodie on, but we can't substantiate that. I don't really know who this guy is.
Sim City wasn't saying too much. Like Sim City was like, still keeping it respectful. And that's why I say I didn't want to, go at Sim because it's like, he really ain't on that. I know his body. Like, he ain't built like, he ain't like that. Like, I don't mean like, you know what I mean? Like, look and see what this guy's name is. He made a whole live on me last night.
I just did a whole live on you right now.
And somebody sent it to me. And they said, I want somebody to hit him up if they know who I'm talking about. Because he got a whole bunch of stuff to say, but I never even met this dude. Let me think of his name.
Let me see if I can fast forward a little
bit. All right. I can say black people are too materialistic. If it's fact, it doesn't care. Facts don't care about your feelings. And niggas getting their feelings over the littlest truths about shit. Yeah, motherfuckers just sit back. Yeah, we kind of are grateful. No, let's make a hole. We gonna drop case paperwork. He can't come back to the zoo. And nigga, I'm right back out there, nigga. Who the fuck you think you are?
Now, why would he be looking to listen? They're taking Chicago and south side of Chicago and all of these bad places and the bad habits that we have from these pookies over here. And they're basically moving themselves over and they taking over the Dominican Republic. I told y'all we like a bacteria. We like a cancer. We spread. If you don't cut out the cancer, there's a strong possibility that it's going to spread to everything and infect you and kill you. Listen to what he's saying. I'm right back out there. Fam, you didn't even have $100 to get yourself back. And you right back out to the Dominican Republic? Is these y'all kings? Is these the type of guys that y'all rocking with?
Rello, nigga. Gary, Indiana, nigga. Fuck.
Oh, he's from Gary, Indiana. Now, anybody that knows about Gary, Indiana, I actually did a video there where I explore Gary, Indiana. I've been there a few times. I'm not really sure anybody that's living in Gary, Indiana should be flying back and forth to the Dominican Republic. They need to be getting themselves out of Gary, Indiana. That's just my personal opinion.
Crazy, bro. Niggas got me hot. Let me get my shit, man. I'm hot right now. Nigga, you want to make motherfucking content shit, yo? You want to... Niggas is pussy, yo. What up?
Anyways, I think it's enough of that. I think y'all get the point. The fact of the matter is that Hyenas come in multiple different forms. They don't just come in the form of a woman. They come in the form of a passport bro sometimes. And shout out to some of the passport bros that's doing some phenomenal things. All right. However, sometimes, like the rest of us, there's going to be people within your community, just like these modern women, just like these passport bros, there's going to be people in your community that represent you. They're taking the blueprint that you've given them and they taking a pookiedom and they're taking it over into the Dominican Republic. And they going over to Thailand and they messing up all of the money and all of the reputation and everything that comes along with it. And these are the people that y'all need to rein in the same way that y'all telling these women they need to check each other. I'm going to need these passport bros to get Rello, whoever he is, in order because he out here making y'all look bad, begging for cash apps and trying to get home and can't even stay another night in a $16 hotel. Jesus Christ. Let me get to some of these super chats because this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Like I said, we got a whole show to get through today. We not done yet. Let's see what we got here. Our Cook 2486 says they really just tried to keep the show going like nothing happened. Facts. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, we're not gonna skip over this. We're gonna address this one way or another. We're gonna address this. Preston Walker, a bag chaser, Idaho bag chaser, says, no fumbling Fridays at Idaho Bag Chasers. We're so glad that we start our day with Anton and the Bag Chasers. Don't fumble the bag, y'all. It's Friday. Don't go over to the Dominican Republic on Spirit Airlines and not being able to catch a flight back because you ain't got no money. Go ahead and get your money up. Marcus Evans says, Courtney, Q, Toya, Crimson Cure, Dee, Lucky, Real Precious, Lady Di, Melanie King, Six, and D. Marie are our queens. Shout out to you, Marcus Evans. I appreciate you for holding me down and contributing for the 10 ball. You are much appreciated, big dog. Sir Shah says there are wins and losses for passport bros. But let's talk about passport sis harassing brothers in Jamaica and Trinidad to eat their 40-year-old box. Oh, I got a whole show coming up on that. We're not going to skip steps, all right? We're going to hold y'all accountable. We're going to hold the passport bros accountable today. Next week, I got a whole show planned. Oh, we doing things differently over at the Millionaire Morning Show today. Shout out to Big 40 Dog. Says, nah, he passport Poe. Mother J is back in the building with the fireball. Says, no wonder he crying. He flew Spirit, trash airline. Ain't nothing wrong with Spirit, Mother J. I done flew Spirit before. I done flew me a little Spirit. I took me a Spirit flight from Tampa to Miami. It was like a 30-minute flight or something like that. I flew Spirit before, Mother J. Don't be trying to diss Spirit Airlines. Sibling Rivalry says, with the 20 ball, shout out for the 20 ballers, says, why dude go somewhere without no damn money? Because this is what they do in regular life. Terry One says, funny and tragic. Love my black women. Well, they will not weed out the bad ones. By the way, should I wait for the first Patreon? For the first on Patreon, you can if you want to. It's up to you, big dog. Let me see who else we got. And thank you for the fireball. I appreciate you. Sir Shah says it's a scam. He had the 100. He wanted to see a hoe. No. People be broke. E said there's tons of passport bros living a life. I agree with you. It's a ton of good black people, and then it's some niggas. But it doesn't absolve us for having to be responsible and stereotype based off of the niggas just because you're a black person. Gravity Z and Company says, not today, big bro. Goofy Professor says, most B-dubs were very tranquil in chat room after Eve. Drunkenness, and now they out the shadows typing away. Behavior will reoccur. I agree with you. James Wanted says, big up Anton. Big up to you, my friend, and thank you for my Canadians out there holding me down. Food for Jay says, you don't have to buy women in DR. Plenty of beautiful professional women, but Sousa is the place to buy them. Stay away from there. So y'all saying don't go to Sousa? Am I pronouncing that right? I'm not even going to visit the Dominican Republic. Black people done already ruined it. Rello is not a bro. And Austin and Guapo don't rock with him. Oh, y'all got segments now in the Black Passport Bros? Interesting. Sibling Rivalry says, this is a fool's fool. A whole fool. Not a half fool, a whole fool. James Wanted says, how is he balling on a broken budget in 2023? Inflation. Reality Check says, Passport Pookie, Gary, take that L. Shout out to Gary, Indiana. Jamal Williams, my dog. Shout out to Molly Mall with the 10 ball says, thanks for the don't fumble the bag lesson today. I needed to refocus. I'll be kicking Jamal's ass on the phone. Shout out to my dog Maul. Jeremy Scott says he had no business leaving his house, let alone the DR. Insane, y'all. Make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Also, Homie Talk Homie Talk podcast says that dude was dusty in my Anton voice. I don't even know how I sound. Shout out for the 10 ball. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Homie Talk podcast. Let's continue into the show, ladies and gentlemen. I have to leave you on a positive note. Because we've been holding each other accountable and using bad examples and negativity in order to illustrate how we need to move differently within the Black community, ladies and gentlemen. And so I decided that every day I want to add some value to you before you leave, in addition to the entertainment, so that you can take something with you and hopefully become a better version of yourself as a result, and not just be entertained by what it is that you see over here at the Millionaire Morning Show. Now, I need you to hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and let's get into this, because I found this to be a very inspirational video, in that we have a young man that went from prison to over $150,000 a year. Let me say that one more time. Prison to $150,000 a year, and this is how he spends his money in Orlando. Make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
When I committed the crime, I was 16 years old. I was still a child. When I got released from prison, my state of mind was just simply I was gonna go get a job. You have that box, and that question asks you, have you ever been convicted of a felony offense? And once I seen that, I just lost all hope. I didn't know the collateral consequences that I was gonna face having a felony conviction attached to my name.
Hustlers.
When I got tired of those doors closing in my face, I just seeked out other ways, and cleaning was one of the things that kept me calm, it kept me at peace.
Think about this, y'all. 32 years old, came out of prison from a crime he committed when he was 16 years old. They shut the doors in his face and they said, no, sir, you're not going to be able to work here because you came from prison. He said, listen, I'm not going to let that stop me. I got tired of it. And I'm going to move a little bit differently, because when one door shuts, I'm going to have to go ahead and create and frame another one for me to be able to walk through. And the thing that he's not afraid to do is actually get down in the mud and do cleaning. We so prideful. You got to be a boss. You got to move a certain type of way. You got to have a certain name under your name in order to substantiate that you are of a specific position. The goal is to get to the money. The goal is to be able to utilize the resources so that we can do what we want to do when we want to do it. I see, oh man, Mr. Hillel is holding me down. I'm going to read the super chats in a minute. Let's continue. Thank y'all for the super chats.
My name is Marquise McKenzie. I'm 32 years old, and I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Talk to him, Marquise.
Last year, I've made over $150,000.
Talk to him. And he cleaned up nice. Making his coffee. Check this out. He makes over $60,000 a year on his regular job, and then he hustle. He got a regular job, and then he hustle. He don't make no excuses. He don't say, I only got to work 40 hours. He don't care about the weekends. He want a lifestyle, and he's unwilling to do something that's bad for the community in order to get it, and so he makes the adjustment. He's the owner of his company that brought in $92,000 a year in 2021. He's an owner of his company, his own cleaning company. People will pay you. The only thing you have to do in order to be able to get to that bag, ladies and gentlemen, is you need to provide a service and solve for a problem. And you don't even have to come up with a new idea. The only thing you have to do is have work ethic, consistency, and be willing to grind and hustle. That's it.
So between my income with the Dirt Master and Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, I support my spouse and my 3 kids between those different 2 incomes. I'm doing about 70, 80 hours a week. FRC sometimes can go well over 40 hours just because of the commitment that I am to the organization. And then with the Dirt Master, it can go anywhere from 30 to probably 40 hours or more, depending on if we have projects that come up.
Most people that are successful and make a significant amount of money do not work 40 hours a week. Not all. Most people, even if you are in corporate America and you're doing really, really well, clock way more, including myself, clock way more than 40 hours a week, ladies and gentlemen. It is a myth that the people that are the most successful sit around playing video games every day, is not accountable for how it is that they spend in their 24 hours, and does not substantiate how it is and can be accountable for their time. Everybody I know that is super successful, and maybe it's just a part of my group, and maybe it's Marquise too, works more than 40 hours in order to become successful. Now, there's some things that you're going to have to take away from that, and there's some things that you benefit from as a result of it. But it's all a part of the game.
So growing up, I was very almost independent. I was one of those kids that wanted to be the class clown, wanted to be funny, and wanted to be known, but I caused a lot of bad energy to come my way. And I would say about the age of 15, I just decided to give up, drop out of high school, and make my own decisions. I hung around a lot of people that was older than me, and I felt like I had a point to prove. I thought because I didn't have any criminal record, that was my first offense, that I was gonna get released. When I went to court, I found myself being told that my case can no longer be seen by the juvenile justice system, and that it's gonna be turned over to the adult system. And the only thing I can remember is my mom, crying in the courtroom and begging the judge to please, give me a second chance. And the only thing that the judge would say is that, I'm sorry, this case is out of my hands.
So here's the thing, and I say this all the time. Everybody is trying to protect their kid or the people that's around them from themselves. Everybody is trying to protect each other from themselves. The reality is that when you don't let nature take its course, and when you don't address things specifically, and then you have to allow for certain things to play out the way that it's supposed to play out, a lot of times you get in the way. You get in the way of God, you get in the way of yourself, and you get in the way of the person that's actually supposed to be learning a lesson. It's necessary a lot of times, especially for men, to suffer in order for us to be able to get to the blessing, even if it's a self-inflicted wound. You don't learn the lesson by coddling. It's a strong possibility that if he did not sit down as a result of jail, and if he was able to get that off, that he would probably be dead or in jail for a lot longer as a result of it. Jail was his father figure. It was the thing that was best for him at the time in order to teach him a lesson earlier in life, which is one of the reasons why he's such a productive human being today. I'm going to read the super chat shortly. Thank y'all.
I went out and made a mistake, and I should have been held accountable for my actions.
See?
I just don't think I should have been held accountable as an adult. When I got sentenced, I believe I was 17 years old.
He did 2 years and 4 months of probation.
Out of 24 months, I only had to do 8 months in prison. It was a very crazy experience, and at some points it was very stressful, but every time I cleaned, despite that I was cleaning the dirtiest thing inside of the jails, and jails are dirty, it just made me feel that peace, right? It made me forget about my court date, it made me forget about the time that I was facing. I kind of made the comparison, when you change your life, when you clean your life up, you feel good. Same thing when you clean something physical, you just feel good about, your house, you just feel that peace. My mom, she was very hard on us about cleaning. And to be honest, I used to hate it. I just never knew how that was gonna change my life. So I figured that I found my niche right then and there, and I knew from their point that I wanted to start a cleaning business.
He took a simple concept, cleaning. You ain't gotta be a rocket scientist. You ain't gotta be a YouTuber necessarily. You don't have to be an athlete. He took a simple concept and he made no excuses. And he leveraged the thing that he was good at in order to make more money, and he made a plan for himself once he got out of prison. Now, if you telling me that this young man can go to prison, drop out of high school, get a case, be sentenced as an adult, and he's out here making from prison to $150,000 a year with a growing company, and you're sitting here on these panels telling me why it should be sufficient for a black man to make $47,000 a year and have a whole family, I'm not going for it. I know too many people that have reformed their lives and come from nothing and just got great work ethic, and you trying to tell me how it makes sense for you to be able to support a family on $47,000 a year. I'm not going for it at all, not even a little bit.
So when I talk about my lifestyle and my expenses that I take care of, and including my family as well, which is my 3 kids, and then a lot of stuff that I do for the community, and then also running a small business.
Let me look at this budget really quickly. Let's see. Savings and investments, $77. All right, now I'm going to applaud you for being able to get to the bag. However, I'm going to need you to deploy way more than $77 towards your savings and investments, ma'am. Housing and utilities, that's the problem. What is that, $3,500 a month? His monthly budget. All right. So this is the problem, and this is where it's room for growth, all right? Commend the brother, and we're going to make sure that we give him his flowers for his ability to be able to work hard and be able to get to that bag. It's the difference between making money and then understanding how money works. And this is where I come in, right? Because you can't save your way to wealth, A. B, you can't outrun bad spending habits. And then C, you have to be very, very intentional on how it is that you redeploy the money that you then trade in your time for. You have to trade in your time for these little employees, and then these little employees should be deployed in order to go and make you more employees, all right? You cannot run from bad spending habits. $12,600 a month for his budget. All right. Discretionary spending is $3,000. $3,000 in discretionary spending. Now, for those of you that are a part of the Patreon, you know that the way in which I structure how it is that you're supposed to allocate your money and your resources is based off of percentages. You have fixed expenses, you have variable expenses, there's things that you have to pay yourself for, so on and so forth. If you're a part of the Patreon, you have not watched that video, there's 2 videos that I'm recommending you watch after you watch this video, right? After you watch this live stream. The 8 things that I look for when I'm looking to make an investment, because I don't want you to just throw your money at the wall. And then also the budget video of how it is that I structure my money, even till today, the percentages. I do it in percentages. I don't do it based off of the payment of the things that I'm looking to pay off, okay? Housing and utilities is too high. $3,500 a month is a problem. Discretionary spending, $3,000, that's too high. Phone bill, $800. The only reason you would have an $800 phone bill, the only reason you would have an $800 phone bill is if you're financing your phones in addition to the plan that you're a part of in order to make sure that you have the service. So you probably got the Next program. You could probably finance an iPhones and all of this and iPads and stuff. But there's no way you should have an $800 phone bill regardless of whether or not you can write it off. There's a myth behind write-offs. And I'm going to break that down on Monday. Monday, we're going to do some money work. We're going to go into Grant Cardone. We're going to go into a lot of business on Monday. Monday is going to be some work when it comes to money. And I'm going to break it down from a financial perspective, especially with regard to write-offs, all right? Just because you got a business and just because you can write things off does not mean that it's a good financial decision for you to be able to make the purchase. And I'm going to separate the two. I'm not going to do it today because we don't have enough time. And I want to break this down from a money perspective, all right? Food, $814. I'm guessing that's reasonable because it's like 100 of them. You got like 3 or 4 kids or something. Savings and investments, $77. Debt repayment, $85. Insurance, $672. And let me see what that last one was.
Just be transparent. It's been
ATM withdrawals, $1,600. ATM withdrawals, $1,600.
very hard to even try to think about.
Car, $1,900 for cars? $1,900? Oh my God. Yo, this is wild. This is absolutely Wild. Listen, again, I gave him his props from transforming his life and having a work ethic. You cannot outwork your way past being middle class or poor. This is largely what is wrong with the middle class and the black community. We spend or we adjust what it is that we make or are spending up to what it is that we make. If we make $100,000, we're going to spend $102. If we make $50,000, we're going to spend $55. If we make $300,000, we're going to spend $315. And if you make $1 million a year, you're going to trick half of it off in the Dominican Republic trying to buy a hoe. We got to be a lot more strategic with how it is that we deploy our resources. Let's continue, y'all.
Saving. So in my 401k, I currently have just under $3,000 in that savings account.
It's not enough. He paying $3,500 a month for his apartment with 3 kids. Oh, this is wild.
The total that we're paying for our apartment is roughly close to $1,800 a month.
Okay. So where's the rest of it? It said that he was spending $3,500 a month on his house. Where's the rest of it? You know, black people got to stand. We only make $150,000 a year after taxes. It's the equivalent of like 100, 115, 120. But then we got to go and get us that big body bands though. Big body bands though. Big body. Show that Bentley. Show that Bentley. You know, we got to get us a big body bands though. 2020. Black man. Stop playing with me before I turn you into song. Stop playing for me before I turn you into song. Ooh, bitch, I'm attractive. Ooh, bitch, I'm attractive. Stop playing with me before I turn you into song. Stop playing with me before I turn you into song. Ooh. Ooh. $2,000 a month. Listen, think about this, y'all. Borrowing from your 401k in order to invest in your equipment. And then you spending $2,000 a month in order to drive a 2021 Benz. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. What we doing out here in these streets? If you make $150,000 a year, you cannot afford to spend $24,000 a year in car payments. And that ain't even including insurance, maintenance, gas, or anything. Listen to me, guys. I know y'all want y'all a 6-figure man. I know you want to be a 6-figure dude. I know you think $150,000 a year is a lot of money. If you make $150,000 a year, you cannot afford to be driving have a $2,000 car note, which is possibly more like $2,600, $2,700 when you take into account insurance and gas and all this other type of stuff. You cannot afford it. $24,000 a year in car payments, man. You know how many rental properties you can start to save up and buy as a result of it? You know how much money you can deploy into your portfolio in order to ensure that you become successful? You know how much money you can invest and how that's going to snowball and you becoming a millionaire? We got to get it now, though. We got to get it now, though.
My phone bill, we have it in our business name. We have about 7 lines on that account, including smartwatches. It fluctuates between $700, close to $800 a month for.
He's financing the smartwatches. He's financing his Apple Watch. He's financing his iPads. He's financing his phones. And then he has them all on the line. So he got 7 lines, but each line got its own number, which also factors into how much his phone bill is. That's why he's paying $800 a month. And you're not even supposed to even be able to write the whole thing. He need to be quiet because he don't really understand the IRS tax code. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. I got Pocket Watching with JT coming back to answer all of y'all questions.
For our cell phone bills. lot of my expenses go towards food, and that's either buying groceries for the house or because I'm on the move every day, just honestly eating out. So on an average day, if I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner out, I can spend close to $100, a day on food if I don't decide to eat at home.
That's enough. That's enough. I mean, we got a story. I think that he's a good guy. I don't see anything wrong with him. He works hard. He takes care of business, and it's just important that we learn how to master, how to understand how money works, in addition to going to get the bag. It's not enough to just go and get the bag. It's also understanding, knowing what to do with the bag once you get the bag. You can't lean into. I feel bad that I still got this liquor up here after that drunk lady. You can't lean to your own understanding, and you're not going to outspend your bad habits. Usually what happens when people make more money, they just adjust their budget up to their lifestyle, and that's a bad do. Let me read the rest of these super chats, but we got to learn how to master money more effectively. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I personally have another session, and I got one session that we already had Pocket Watching with JT on, and he answered all of y'all questions from a business perspective, from a financial perspective, and all of that. So make sure that y'all tap into the Patreon because that webinar will be announced very, very soon. Sir Shah says, I look forward to Anton video on Passport Sisters. Next week is coming. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Mr. Discipline Prioritize and Purpose says, with a ticket to Thailand ranging from $2,200 to $3,500, how can a passport Pookie afford to go to Thailand? You mentioned Thailand as well. I was talking to Zoom to Thailand on the phone, and he was giving me some insights, some understanding on a lot of things that's happening. I'll break that down for you in a little bit. I don't have enough time in this show because we've been cooking today. Brock says, pass a love offering. Thank you for the $5 because you always supporting the channel. I'm going to save yours, Mr. Hillel, for last. Silver Lion says, I tell everyone that has an issue with their past to start their own business. You can be an owner of a business with a questionable history faster and without question about the past. Shout out to you for the 10 ball. I appreciate you, Silver Lion. Aaron says, facts, I'm driving Uber right now during lunch and headed back to the lab. Hustlers, bag chasers, not fumbling, all money in, no money out. Silver Lion says, remember, it's one day or day one. Your choice. I like that. I'm going to have to steal that. Purple Haze says, in that business talk Monday, can you talk about why Adidas got back with Ye? That's on the docket too. I want to show y'all my notes. Let me show y'all. I got that on the docket too. I actually had planned on talking about the Ye thing today. But the problem is that I had to deal with these hyenas as a result of it. So let me show y'all. Ye versus Adidas update is literally in my Millionaire Morning Show notes. It's right here. I don't want to show y'all everything, but it's right here. So I plan on addressing it. A lot of things next week. We got whole shows coming up. Absolutely, I'm going to break it down. And I wanted to wait a little bit because I wanted to get all of the inside information from everywhere so I can help y'all to understand why or why not it makes sense from a business perspective. And shout out to Mr. Hyrel with the 50 ball says, our men going to DR knowing their history is natural selection at its finest. Thank you for the 50 ball. Thank you for sponsoring the platform. Also, I appreciate everybody that tuned into the Millionaire Morning Show today. Mr. Hylel, you are very much appreciated. You always hold me down. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody that continues to hold me down, do great things, and absolutely, positively pours into what it is that we got going on here. Also, shout out to Gone Postal 28 for the Cash App. Says salute. And Mike Guest sent me 10 for the Baby Yoda cap. It's priceless, bro. Thank you for holding me down. I appreciate you for loving on me and rocking with me. You are absolutely appreciated. Listen, ladies, gentlemen, I implore you to not only divest yourself from the things that we don't love the most, but to also make sure that you add as much value into your friends by not allocating time to the hyenas and these broke people that's doing the things that's not in their best interest, such as my man that was on the Passport Bros, all right? I think that there are some good people. There's some phenomenal black people. There's some phenomenal women. There's some phenomenal dudes that take trips overseas and do what they're supposed to do and don't get caught up in no foolishness. But every once in a while, Thursday nights help me to remind me of how it is that I need to come back to the core and reminding people not to fumble the bag and not to do the thing that's not in your best interest. You do have the ability to control your narrative. But the first thing you have to do is start to take responsibility and ownership of who you are personally so that I don't have to put you on the big screen and do it for you. All right? I love you. I appreciate you. But I need you to do me one more favor before we get up out of here. Before we go, let me acknowledge my dog JT of the Bag Chasers in the building. So on top of my game, I'm coming in through the ceiling. Says Anton, Dallas, and April for the Bag Chasers meetup. When you touch down, tap in. I have a dope spot for you to possibly do a show in. Might even have to bring my dog Charleston White out too. Anyways, shout out to you for the 20 ball. I appreciate you, and for everybody that's holding us down. I love y'all. Listen, I need y'all to do me one more favor before we get up out of here because y'all are the greatest audience and the greatest people on earth. I need y'all to share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be successful and rich by ourselves. I know it's a lot of hyenas out there. It's a lot of people that's doing things that's bad for the black community, but we are not looking to reach everybody. We looking to reach one person at a time that's actually looking to go in the direction that we're going in. We got to bring them along with us because they don't know that we exist yet until you share this and share what it is that we're doing over in the Bag Chasers and the Millionaire Morning Show and the Anton Daniels channel over with them. Fight Club is tonight. Money and Relationships on the Anton Daniels channel is tomorrow night. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the greatest audience on earth. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace, family.